Hello everyone, my name is Tabby and welcome back to my channel Keeping Tabs, where today I'm going to be doing the Infinity War book tag that was created by Sophie Elaine Reads, and I will leave her link to the channel down below. But first, let's get into this video. It's all about our favorite superheroes, the Avengers, plus Thanos, who was at the end. Anyways, what is your favorite Marvel movie? Because mine is definitely Civil War. I love Bucky. I love him. I don't know why, but I love watching his fight scenes. He's just so good at it, and that's why I love Civil War. So anyways, let me know down below what your favorite is. And let's get on with the tag. The first one is Iron Man, your favorite first book in a series. And that is Shadow and Bone. I lied. That's by Leigh Bardugo. This is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. And it is so good. It is so beautifully written. It is a mix of fantasy world and the real world. It takes place in Prague. The storytelling is amazing. The writing is very poetic and flowery and beautiful. But after this book, the writing just gets a little too flowery and beautiful, and the books just get a little bit longer than they really need to be. But this book is really good. I definitely recommend it if you like Portal World books or books about soulmates, even though sometimes soulmate storylines can be really cheesy, but this one is like so good. It's so good. And I just love this book. I love the OTP in this is Karu and Akiva, and they just make my heart sing so much. The next one is Captain America, a character that in your eyes can do no wrong. And I chose, oh, it's over here. I chose Jon Snow from the Song of Ice and Fire series. Of course he can do wrong, but he is such an honorable guy, and he tries to live the way his father did, even though that didn't end up very well. But he holds honor and loyalty very high, and he tries to live that kind of life, and so every decision he makes, he thinks about those things, and just, I love him. He's precious, and I want the best for him, even though I know exactly where he's going because I've seen the show. But I'm just hoping, praying to whoever, that somehow my copies got printed differently, so maybe it won't be how it happened in the show. Maybe? Anyway. Number 3, Thor, a series that nobody likes but you love. And can I just ask, why is Thor the one for this question? Does nobody like Thor? I love Thor. Have you seen Ragnarok? I can understand if the first 2 Thor movies, I mean, they weren't so great. They were actually not good at all. But the character's good. He's so good in all the Avenger movies. And then Ragnarok. I love Thor. Anyways, a series that nobody likes, but I love, is the Gone series by Michael Grant. And I feel like there's people who like this, but there's a lot of people who really hate it. And I understand why. It's very dark and brutal and violent, but I love those things. They speak to my soul, and they just make me happy. So that's why I like this, because there's never a dull moment, and these characters just don't catch a break, and I'm here for it 1000%. Next is The Hulk, a series that gets better. I'm going with the Lorien Legacy series by Pittacus Lore. The first 2 books are written by 2 authors, but after that book, the 2 authors had different ideas of where they wanted the story to go, so one of them just abandoned the story and said, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. So now it's just the one guy, and you can totally tell the difference between those first 2 and then the 3. I mean, the next books after 3. It gets so much better. The action is intensified. Everything is like, the stakes are so much higher, and it's just non-stop action, and I love it. And it makes me wonder how the series would have went if the 2 of them kept going, or if the guy who finished the series, if he was the one to leave and the other guy continued on. I don't know. I can't imagine it any other way. I love this series so much. Next question is Black Widow, a kick-ass female who isn't the main characters. Who isn't the main character. I said characters because I have 2 here from Golden Sun. One of them is in Red Rising. This is the second book in the Red Rising trilogy. But the 2 are Mustang, I almost said Magnus, Mustang and Victra. Mustang is very intelligent, and she uses her brain to fight her battles. She's also very physically strong. Victra is also very physically strong, and she's just a badass. I just love this book so much. I hope that there's more Victra. I'm not even gonna say anything. I almost spoiled. Anyways, next is Hawkeye, an underrated character that you think deserves more love, and I know that this character gets love, but he needs more, and that is Matthias Helvar from Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. He I love him. And I just have so much respect for this guy because he had to unlearn all of those hateful things that he was brought up to believe were true by the people he trusted and loved back in his hometown, his home country. He had to unlearn all of that, and that's very hard to do. And he did it. And he came out with a heart of gold, and he's so good, and I love him. I love him. If you haven't read Six of Crows, you should do that. It's good. Next question is Starlord. Which book would have an awesome soundtrack if it was made into a movie? So, I don't know if there's a difference between soundtrack and score, but to me, soundtrack is songs that already exist, like by popular artists that have words and stuff, and then a score is something that's, you know, created specifically for the movie and does not have words. Like, it's like an orchestra of music, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be talking about a score because soundtrack, I don't know, I love movie scores better. And I think Red Rising would have an amazing score. I can just picture all the ships flying in the sky, and even Darrow himself, he's such a cool guy, and I can just picture him walking down like the street or wherever, and this awesome song playing in the background, and it would just be so good. This is a sci-fi book, so I can picture like heavy fantasy music mixed with like electronic music, and I love it. It's beautiful. I can hear it now, and it's great. The next book is Groot, an adorable character who you want to protect but can look after themselves in a battle. And I don't know about looking after themselves in a battle because they live in the real world, so I don't know how they'd fare in a battle, but I want to protect Ronan and Adam with my life. They are precious humans, and just the whole Gangsy are great, and I love them, and they love each other so much, and it makes me happy, and I just want them to be happy, and I want them to be okay, and I want them to, you know, get married if they want to, like, have a nice life, and just want to be there, you know what I mean? They're so good. They're so precious. They're funny. I just love them. I can't even, like, string coherent words together because I just have none. They're just great. If you haven't read The Raven Boys, you definitely should. The plot is very interesting and hard to explain, but it's definitely a character-driven book. The characters, they're so real. I love them. Anyways, next is Doctor Strange, a book that involves time travel, and the only book I have that has even a glimpse of time travel. It's not even about time travel, it just has a little part where they travel in time, and that is The Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. I don't think I have a book that has time travel in it, and if I do, I haven't read it yet. Yep, nope. I haven't read it. If you know a good book about time travel, please link me up. But don't say Passenger by Alexander Bracken. And don't say, what's that other one? Red, Blue, and Green. Ruby Red? I think that's the one. Don't mention those because I'm not interested. But if you have another one that has time travel, link it up. Next is Black Panther, a book that changed you or the world. I can't believe Black Panther is the one for this. But anyways, I'm gonna say City of Bones because it didn't change the world, but it definitely changed my life. It definitely opened me up to the possibilities that are books and just the world of young adult fantasy or urban fantasy or whatever the heck, just books in general. I didn't really like them before reading this, and now I have like this never-ending collection, and it's all because of this. So City of Bones, even though I have very different thoughts on it now, I loved this book, and I can't lie about that. The next one is Spiderman, a young character who is a great role model. And I picked two characters again. Ooh, I'm blurry. Hello. Unblur. Thank you. Hello. There we go. Hi. I picked Klaus and Violet Baudelaire because they are very smart in their own way. And I think they are a great influence on Sunny, who does nothing but bite things. So you learn a thing or two from her older siblings. They're very smart, and they use their brain and their smarts to get out of really unfortunate situations sometimes. And that's why I think they'd make great role models. I haven't even finished reading this series. I read books 1 to 4, and I don't even think I read book 1. Anyways, That's who I'm choosing. And the final question is for Thanos, a villain who could only be defeated at a huge cost or won't be defeated at all. I'm gonna say Lord Voldemort. He was very dramatic. I mean, did you really have to split your soul up into those Horcruxes? That's a little dramatic. Like, chill. We're trying to kill you. Why you gotta do all that? But he did it. He took some people down with him. People sacrificed things. It was annoying, but in the end he died, and so did a lot of other people, which sucked. But yeah, I didn't even read this yet. I'm just going off the movies. I'm guessing it's the same in the book. But yeah, that's my answer. Those are my answers for this tag, and my hair just won't. Can you decide where you want to be and just stay there for me? Thank you. Jesus. Anyways, I'm gonna go before I want to shave my hair off because it's not paying attention. It's not doing what I want it to do. Is that like a bald spot? Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Do this tag if you want, and I will see you guys later. Bye.